Good morning, West Creek Stampers. This is Kay. I am coming to you live from my home on West Creek, and this is Friday, December 17th. I am going to go over quickly how to make the cards. If you got the kit for this week, I want to thank everyone who came and congratulate Ann Hutchison, who won the door prize for the week. I appreciate everyone who came out and got to-go kits, so I just want to show you real quickly how those go together. All right, so the first one I used the paper, Peaceful Place paper, I believe is the name of it, the one that has all the pretty trees and stuff. So everyone did not get the same paper. I used basic gray for the card base. It is 4 1/4 by 11 and folded it in half. So the next layer is your basic black, and that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then on top of that, you have a piece of the DSP, and that is 5 by 3 3/4. I will do a PDF and put those dimensions on there for you and the names of everything in case I get something wrong here, which can very well happen when I'm doing a live. I get nervous. This is another strip from that DSP, and we're going to wrap that around. The next thing I'm using is this lovely mesh ribbon, which just makes everything so pretty. I really didn't use much of this till toward the end, but it's nice. It's easy to work with, and it's got a little bit of stretch in it. So I just wrap that the whole way around, that black layer, and then tie a knot there and pull it a little taut, and then snip it where I like it. Okay, and for the oval, this is from the Layering Ovals, these dies, and I used a stamp from Peaceful Deer and put Let's Celebrate on there, because that is something that I figured you could use this card for something more than just Christmas. So it could be used for Christmas, but there's a lot of other ways you could use this card, and there's other things that could fit on there, so you can choose to put whatever you'd like on that. And I layered it on the scalloped, and then for this I used the Tombow, and then I just weight that down with something. A lot of times it's a block that's handy, and that takes a little bit of time to dry. Sometimes it's my phone that I put on there to hold it in place. But I just thought this was a very pretty, elegant card. Like I said, there are different DSPs that you will have in your packet. Everyone will not get the same thing. These are some of the ones that I put with packets. So then this layer goes on the basic gray. I know I'm getting out of the camera here, and there we go. And that still needs weighted down a little bit, so I'm going to put that to the side. I did give you a piece of white for the inside, so that you can stamp your own greeting in there, whatever you would like. So that is card number 1. The next card I took the idea from Jody Breckbill. We did this for one of our team meeting cards, and this one is a way to show your both sides of your DSP. The DSP is always so pretty, and this particular DSP here is retired, I believe. I had to kind of scrounge around a little bit to get everybody a piece of the black and white that was pretty on both sides. So that is what that is. So basically what you do here is cut your card base regular, normal as you would, or you can cut it short. And this measures 7.5, the length. And so then you fold it at the 5.5. So you can either make the full length, the 11 inches, and fold it at 5.5, and then cut off 3.5. Is it 3.5? Let's see. 5.5, and you've got 2 here. So yeah, you cut off 3.5. And then this layer here of the printed paper is just 5.25 by 4. So then when you put this down, you just put the adhesive on the top half. And I do have that ready here. And this one, yes, it is scored. I'm glad. And then, so I'll show you how I did that. You might be safer to go ahead and put your adhesive on the front here, not go too far to the edge, and you can put whichever side up that you want. I happen to like the blacker side because of what I'm putting on top. I got that a little low, but I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, and then I used these framelits to cut it, and they are these scalloped contour dies. I tried to lay everything close that I could grab it because I do get stage fright here, and I can't remember the names of things. Okay, and then this piece right here, this white, I embossed with, I believe, it's called Merry Melody 3D, and I believe this one is retiring. So it makes kind of a pretty card. Elegant looking again. So I put the Merry Melody down on this die cut. And actually this is another card that's very, very easy to make. Now I just boo-booed because with my original, I put that black checked under the middle part. So let's see. Yes, we can bring that up. And I gave you enough ribbon that you can put that under there and pull it the whole way around, or you can cut your ribbon and do it a different way and then save one for another project. It's entirely up to you. Everybody likes to do these bows a little differently, and some people are really intimidated by bows and getting them perfect, but I kind of just do it and twist it a little bit, and then it doesn't take a whole lot to make me happy, because I know when I receive cards from you guys, I don't critique them. I don't look for straightness or little smudges. I'm just so happy to get cards. I'm sorry, I need a drink and there isn't one handy, so you may be listening to me cough now and then because I got a little tickle here. I had some toast, and so there must be something stuck. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, I just have a small circle from the circle dies, and I have a lot of little stamps that would fit on there, and you probably do too. But I used Sending Love and Peace this season on that one. This one, I'm gonna use this Peace, Love, and Joy, and that is from the Inspired Thoughts. That's kind of an all-around card. I actually feel like I could use that for another occasion rather than Christmas, so that's kind of why I'm putting that on mine today. Okay, so there we go. And then I did pop that up, and yep, I do have some dimensionals. I thought, well, maybe that's something that I forgot to get. And I use the edges on my dimensionals. I don't know how many of you do that, but I've always been kind of thrifty and I waste not, and I just can't see throwing that away. So I do just snip down along the sides and use those edges. Okay, and so this one is a little higher than the first one I did, but that's okay. I'm happy with it, and so that is number 2. You did get 4 cards this time because I didn't know what can I get everyone a little something, so I decided to give you all an extra card this time with your kit, or with your when you came here, or with your kit. This is the next card that we're gonna do, and this is a thinking of you. I kind of veered away from Christmas a little bit because I know some of you are about done with your Christmas. This is using the Quiet Meadow, and I did use the bundle. I have the framelits also. These lights really put a glare on things sometimes, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm still learning with these videos, and then it depends on the time of the day, actually, down here in the basement, and how high I have this camera up. So this is the card we're doing today. The base is soft suede, and I'm just going to fold that. It's a regular card base, 5.5 by 8.5, folded. And then your layer here, I cut the one flower out of your next layer. That is Soft Succulent. And I got a little confused this time because I used Soft Succulent on one card, and I used Mint Macaron on another one, so it makes me think a little bit. So we're going to take this cork paper. This was a special paper, one of the special papers this time, and this is not a Stampin' Up paper here. Don't tell anybody, but I was running out of my DSP as I kept adding people. So I did find this in my stash, and I think I just put that on upside down because I didn't look close enough at it. All right, there are words on there, and that's what I'm saying is upside down. Okay, so that piece right there is 3 by 4, and then this one, I believe, is 2 by 4, the cork. I just think that cork paper, and you could use another kind of brown paper, like the kind with the that wood grain in, or something like that, if you want to try to make a card like this. Now, I used this diamond weave ribbon. I think it is just so pretty, and it goes so well with this card. And I cut a piece to go around there, and then I use Scotch tape to hold it down in the back till we get the rest of it ready. I just like to do that. You can use glue dots. also, and all across the front, but the Scotch tape is just kind of an easier fix for me. So then I'm going to take this layer. Just remember, put your ribbon on, and it doesn't matter how many times we say it or when we say it. I'm just as guilty as everyone else. Don't you lay that down and look, and there your ribbon is still laying in your hand. And you have to either kind of pick it up or rig it in some way to make it look nice. Okay, so the next thing we have is these dies, and that does come, there is a die set that matches this stamp set that goes along, and let me see if I have the name of that here. Is, let's see, that is called Meadow Dies. Meadow Dies. And then this paper actually came from that Harvest Meadow paper pack. This is Stampin' Up, and this one I found in my scrapbooking papers. That was close enough that for my own card, I'm happy with it. So then I took these, and I'm not going to take your time and glue this all down because that can get rather boring, but I kind of put them on there where I wanted. I used a little Tombow at various places along the way, and then I use either a big block or my phone or something to weight that down and hold it till it sets up. Now this Quiet Meadow has Thinking of You and You're Too Kind on it, so you could use either one of those. I use Thinking of You. It seems like lately we have needed a lot of those. And then I use Soft Succulent ink so it matches this layer right here. And then actually this has been lining up pretty well. The people who had to come to class, I don't think really any of them had problems with the straightness of that. I got a little bit of a line, ink line down here. But I'm not going to worry too much about that. And then I adhered that right on top of there, right across where those stems cross. But I'm not going to go ahead and finish that right now. I will show you what I did on the inside, and that is this, and yours might be you can line it up a little differently. This can be down and in the middle, and then the flowers down further, so whatever suits you. But I thought that was a really pretty card. As always, I find samples on Pinterest or YouTube, on Facebook sites, and I copy. And sometimes I tweak them a little bit using some of the things that I have, but that's how I do. Okay, so our last card is a gift card holder. And it sounds like I have somebody at the door, but I hope they either come in or anyhow. This one, I used Soft Succulent on this cardstock for the original copy, but the background colors on this are mint macaron. So I changed it up when I cut yours. So this is a 5.5 by 8.5 piece, and that is scored at 1 3/4 and 2 3/4. So the bottom section is a little narrower, and that's where the pocket is for your gift card or your money or whatever you decide to do here. My husband isn't home, and so it's kind of nice to have him here upstairs to kind of field anybody who stops in, but when I'm doing a video, but it Hopefully somebody leaves a note or something. I did have a pickup up there for someone. So you can either use Tombow along here or the tear tape. And then I have this cut from, let me think, Whimsy. The Whimsy paper. And I am almost absolutely positive that is no longer available. It was such pretty paper. But the one I chose for this is the package paper. And I figure if you don't need this gift card holder for Christmas, you could use it for another occasion. Because I don't think people would even know that it's Christmas. There's a little holly on there, but I wouldn't worry too much about it if you need something for another occasion. Okay, so the inside here, I just took a piece of not Whisper White, Basic White, and it is 4.5 by 3 3/4, and put a little strip of this DSP along the side. I'm sure you can find another DSP that works nicely with this if you decide you want to make one of these again. I have a to and from in my stamps that is from one of the paper pumpkins. So that's what I used here and put to and from. I figure I'll put a little note on there or maybe something else. I'm not sure. I could apply. I actually could tape the gift card right to that and slide that in there. Okay, and then for the label on the front, I had something, this little something for you. That is from a past stamp set. I don't like to do that because then you can't get them, but I liked how this worked. That was from an old set called Wrapped in Christmas, and I just liked how that looked on here, so that's what I used. It's a little bit of a wonky one, and then I put the packages on here, and they are actually from that Mary Moose stamp set that we had last year. And they just match so well with this paper. And then I colored those with the markers that go with those colors in the paper. And then you just fasten this, and these also, these dies are not available anymore. These are the Stitch Nest label dies. I'm telling you, if you see something that you really like, you should get it. But you could actually use circle dies, you could use oval dies, you could use almost any shape here. You're just going to make sure that you only put adhesive on the top half of that when you put it on there. And I think that just pulls it all together. I appreciate the person who came up with this idea and was so willing to share it. So that's it for the cards from this month's class. I do want to tell you that Think Spring, that is the Moveless event. It is virtual. It is coming up February 5th. It's the same price as it has been before, $45, and that does include a stamp set. The stamp set is called Celebrating You. It's in the new mini catalog. So if you want to sign up for this virtual event, or if you have questions about it, those of you who have done it before, I don't have to go over everything about it. I do have these flyers. I'll make sure you get a copy that gives you more information. But you need to, if you want to get 8 cards, you would need to register by January 10th. For 7 cards, you need to register by January 13th. After that, it's done. It's over as far as registration. So because we need to get everything ordered in time to have it ready for you. So again, that's February 5th, Saturday morning. It will be a live on Facebook. So just let me know. All you need to do to register is let me know you're interested and send me a $45 check or pay me $45 and I will make sure that you get it. Okay, so I am taking names and information for the birthday club. Anyone who wants to make and send birthday cards to everyone else on the list, let me know, and then I will compile the list with the addresses and names and birthdays, and you will be on your own. I don't do reminders. You're on your own to send birthday cards to the other people on the list. The new catalogs are here. Those of you who came this week, or if you're getting new catalogs, I have them in with your packet. I mean, if you got a kit, I have the new catalogs in with your packet. So if you didn't get one and want to, let me know. I can lay it out. I can drop it off if I go by your place. So they are pretty nice. There is Celebration again in January and February. So if you got any Christmas money that you want to spend, that's when I would wait till. And they do have a sign-up special again. You get 2 free stamp sets if you sign up during Celebration. I will be doing a paper share again for the new paper coming out in the mini catalog, the January 22 mini catalog. It does begin January 4th. I am doing that countdown to Christmas little game on Facebook. I will do those winners after Christmas. I'm keeping a list of everybody who enters every day, and then I'll do those drawings after Christmas. You will get to choose something from my prize basket. The December challenge, you can still enter that till the end of December, and that is take a picture, post of your cards that you are making and sending for Christmas. You do not have to have a picture of one with a stamp on or your whole pile. You can just do a picture either of that or of the finished card. That's up to you. But just to let us know that you are working on your Christmas cards, making and sending. So I think that's it. Anything else I will post on Facebook and put in my email. But thank you all for all your support and have a wonderful afternoon.